My name is Britney. I'm 17 years old, and I'm an ambitious filmmaker living in Jefferson, New Jersey.
My name is Britney, and I let people walk all over me.
My name's Britney, and I'm delusional.
Hi, my name is Britney. I eat way too much food and I obsess
My name is
over dogs.
Britney, and I'm a quiet, shy girl who doesn't associate with the rest of the world.
My name is Britney, and I'm an emotional wreck.
My name is Britney, and I'm a complete backstabbing bitch whose favorite hobby is
My
to
name is
gossip.
Britney, and I fall way too hard for people who could care less about me.
My name is Britney.
My name is Britney.
My name's Britney.
My name is
My name is
My
Britney.
name is
My name is Britney.
My name is Brittany, and I don't know my place in the world. How does one become a person? Not in the sense of being able to breathe, blink, and walk, but rather acquire their own identity, finding their own voice, personality, movements, and style. We dye our hair, change our clothes, get tattoos of a flower or favorite song lyric, in a quiet but desperate attempt to define who we are as individuals and create an indentation in society, a trademark that distinguishes you from others. In reality, however, we steal other people's styles and behavior. The icons, artists, and superstars of our generation influence us in more ways than we can imagine. I am constantly pressured by the people around me to behave or act a certain way in order to please them. I am a clay figure that is physically and emotionally shaped by the individuals in my life into what they want me to be. But that's not who I truly am. My identity has been lost in the tides of oceans of people I meet and gain relationships with. People from school, people from work, people on the street, and even people you've just met. Through every relationship, romance, fight, makeup, I gain a new perspective on life and how we should live it. I'm constantly transforming and conducting my character as I grow older, but eventually, I stray further away from my true identity. It becomes harder and harder to grasp that glimmer of youth, innocence, and genuinity that I once had. There comes a point in life where I don't exactly know who I am. As a kid, it came so easily.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a lawyer.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
What's your favorite animal?
A puppy.
Then puberty comes around, and suddenly you're supposed to have your whole life planned out.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Where do you want to go for college?
How are you going to make a living?
Where are you going to live when you're older?
What investments are you going to make as you grow?
Do you think you're going to be successful in life?
What are other people going to think of you?
Adulthood, with its persistency and constraint, makes me wish I could go back to the simpler times, where I believed no one was judging me or consistently breathing down my back. Often, it feels like I can't catch up with the rest of humankind. I'm slowed down by insecurities, doubts, uncertainty, while everyone is speeding down the track of success. If only time could stop for however long I needed it, so I had a moment to get my shit together, a moment to find myself. But that's not how it works. Life is unfair, and whether you like it or not, you have to come face to face with your demons in order to progress and survive. My identity started to alter when I first entered adolescence. High school in its actuality is just a group of teenagers, each comprised into their own clique. If you don't fit in one of these cliques, then you're the odd one out, and that's unacceptable. So I started to change the way I dressed, the way I talked, the way I acted, so anyone would start to like me, and hopefully befriend me. It's what you see in every single one of those generic high school movies. A nerdy girl transforms herself into a completely different person, so she can be friends with the popular kids. I start to acquire their characteristics, and soon enough my whole friend group acts and talks the same way. If you were to separate each person from your friend group, you would find no differences. Just the same person put into a personality copy machine. A group of individuals conjoined. The sad part is, I can't even remember who I was before all of this bullshit happened. I try endlessly to be my own person, but my friends, family, and peers tell me who I have to be.
Be yourself. You'll make friends if you just act like yourself.
You're beautiful just the way you are.
You're unique.
Yeah, you're unique, just like everyone else in society. These are words that are supposed to be comforting, but the moment that you attempt to be yourself, people begin to like you less. I realize that I have to go about other ways to gain relationships with other people rather than being myself. I'm so afraid of judgment that I come up with a facade, a front, so others will consider me as cool and edgy. Here are the rules of society. Number 1, I can only have fun if I'm drinking. Number 2, I'm not living my best life if I'm not smoking. Number 3, I must fall in love with someone, and if I can't find anyone, act like I do. Number 4, I'm a loser if I only have 2 or 3 friends. Find some more. Number 5, I will only look beautiful if I have a thin waist, I'm tall, and have long blonde hair. Number 6, I'm a loner if I don't hook up with any guys, but I'm a whore if I do. And so the only thing I'm left to do is follow these rules, despite the fact that this isn't me at all. So I drink, do drugs, hook up with random guys, do everything my mother told me not to do in an attempt to fit in. We are all just cogs in a manipulative societal machine. Then, an existential crisis occurs. I try to break free from the machine, become your own person, do what you want to do. You invariably question yourself, what do I want? What do I want to be? When you were young, you knew you never wanted to do drugs or hang out with the wrong rebellious group of people. But here you are. Lost, confused, and under the pressure of a million people shoving their judgment down your throat. So eventually, when the storm is past, and you think you've finally come to a conclusion on who you're meant to be, you find yourself still uncertain about your identity.
Why do you want to be a filmmaker?
Filmmakers don't make a lot of money. You're not going to be successful.
It's a very competitive field. Be a doctor or lawyer instead.
These opinions don't matter. Or do they? All we want as human beings is approval, a reassurance that signifies you are valid, you are worthy. We long for some DNA of truth of what our humanity is, and whether we have the capability of finding out who we are. But we need to realize sooner or later that only you are yourself. It may be difficult, but we must break free from these stereotypes put upon us and create our own destiny. Do whatever it takes to conceive a definition of who you are. Get tattoos with your favorite song lyric, dye your hair, get a nose piercing if you feel you need to. It might take 50 years to find yourself and your place in the world, but it will be worth the wait. Take the mold that you were shaped into by others as a feature to add to your many characteristics. Despite all of this madness, only you are yourself. Only you can define who you are.